Hey y'all, welcome to episode 13 of the Green Countryside on Deep South Gaming. My I was looking into doing Streamlabs, but apparently I didn't have it hooked up right, so I just went back to straight OBS to do my stream. So let me go ahead and get this shared on Discord, and then we'll be able to get to playing. And then we'll be good to go. Lot to do before a stream. I was hoping to be able to use the Streamlabs stuff, because I know a lot of people use that, and what everybody's told me, they like it, so that uses it at least. Alright, so we're all set up, so let's go ahead and come out here. Like I said, we got those two fields, and I believe our grass field is in the first growth state. Yes, it is. So let's find us a harvester, which I probably didn't put them up. Nope, of course not. And we'll start harvesting the oats first, I guess. I think that's the wrong header for oats. Let's find our other harvester. Nope, that's a forage harvester. I did put one up. So let's go ahead and enter this vehicle. Crank it up. That other harvester should be able to do soybeans. Oh, okay. I guess Stream Elements is working, even though I turned it off. Let me try something real quick. Here we go. So I think cap locks need to be off. There it goes. Let's go ahead and pin that so we can no, I don't want to go to it. Pin message, there we go. Now let's go back to our game. I guess doing it capitalized works too. Okay. So how are y'all doing today? Been a pretty good day for me. Did a lot of recording for my Stardew Valley series. Got a lot of editing done, which for most of my stuff, the editing is what takes the longest. But it's been a good, productive YouTube day. So I'm going to go ahead and let well, there we go. Now we'll go grab our other one and take it to the soybean field, and we'll do that one together. We should be able to scurry around our other field to get there. Yeah, I was playing on my Wickham Park Farm map the other day. I planted a massive field of mustard. Think I can harvest it like I do on this map? No. Come to find out, that's a mow only crop, which is kind of annoying. So let's go ahead and turn steering assist on. Okay. Just want to make sure we weren't damaging crops and we were actually harvesting. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed because on this map, mustard sells for a decent price. I mean, it's not, anything over the top, but it's pretty decent. So I was hoping to use it on Wickham Park Farms, but hey, that's how you learn, by making mistakes. But if y'all haven't seen that series yet, I say y'all go check it out. It's a challenge series that I created, and Gasoline Billy has been nice enough to go ahead and take on that challenge too. So I ask that y'all, if y'all check out my channel, share the love with him. Go check out his, see how he's doing on this challenge. He's doing a real good job. We're out of space for wool pallets. Let's go ahead and jump over to our truck and haul those down to the shop. Actually, let's go back to that harvester because no need for it just sitting there idling while we're working. Now we'll hit the truck up. And I don't think I'm going to try to ramp this episode. But I'm glad we're getting a lot of wool. We need it for grannies. Let's go ahead and load that up. Okay, we're not going to get in his way. And then we need to see if we have any eggs to haul over there. And we do not for some reason. Are we out of chicken food? We are. So I guess after we drop the wool off, we'll go ahead and feed our chickens so they can make us some eggs. Fortunately, if you forget to feed your animals on this game, they don't die. They just stop producing. Which is not the best idea or best scenario, but alright, so let's go ahead and load this. Reload it, unload it. There we go. And I guess since we're here, we'll go ahead and sell our bread. I'm sure we got probably 6 pallets total. Let's go ahead and check that out. Bakery. No, we only had the 3 because we're out of flour. Go figure. Oop. One just popped out. Of course, we filled up the flour mill last episode. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, the grain mill. We're out of wheat, but barley's going. Oh, I forgot we put the preserved food factor in, so that's going to take some of the flour too. We'll leave the closed there because it's 2 more months. They'll be at the highest. We need to check on the corn too, see what growth state it's in. because we want to use that for silage. There we go. So we made about 24,000, 25,000-ish. Not bad. We also need to get some wood for the sawmill to make us some beams and boards and all that jazz. So much to do and so little time. Alright, let's go ahead and find us a tractor. I say the Valtra. No, not the Valtra. Let's do the Voss. One day I'll learn to put stuff up so I can find it easily. Probably won't though, honestly. I honestly don't even know if we have anything in the silo for the chickens to eat. If we don't, we'll have to just run up to the shop and buy some chicken food. I mean, we got over 500,000 right now, so that wouldn't be so detrimental. Alright, so let's see. Barley, spelt, rye, oats, grass. They'll eat sorghum. That's for sure. I don't remember how much they hold, so how much do they eat a year? They eat 76,000 a year. So we'll try 50,000 and see what that does. Or let's try 46,559, because that's all we have. So their food should go up here. Yep. Now the oats we're harvesting, those will go for flour, because oats give the best flour to grain ratio. The soybeans, we might just straight up sell those, because I don't think we have a production that takes soybeans. Yep, that's not going to do it. Nope. No, we don't have anything that takes soybeans, so we'll just sell those. I think those sell in June. Yeah, June, for a pretty good price. But they're low yielding crops, so that's why. But I think since we do have a good bit of money right now, let's go ahead and park this here. Let's go ahead and jump into Valtra. And we're going to drop the roller. Oh, it's already dropped. I'm going to head up to the shop and get rid of this front loader, because we don't need it anymore. Well, before we do that, let me see if I have the mod loaded that I'm wanting. Sorry y'all, I had a cough. Yeah, I have it. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of the front loader and the bucket, and we're going to use the forge pickup, because with that we can actually move the tarp back off the silage once we open it. Now I don't know how far along our silage is, but hopefully it's enough. I think, yeah, the repair trigger's on this side. So let's go ahead and lower this down. And drop it off. Alright, and let's sell it. So, yeah, I'm not worried about repainting it or anything, so sell that. And sell that. And then let's go back into the store and buy us a forged pickup for $65,000. Let's change it to our Deep South green. Yes, I like that. And let's buy it. Can we move that forklift out of the way? We can. This way we can make this a pull through if we need be. Squished myself in the wall. And for y'all who's never played this map, you pull in here to fill up with fuel. Just in case y'all didn't know. Which I don't know how, well, we're still good on fuel in this one. So let's go ahead and pick up our Valtra. I mean, our Forge Harvester with the Valtra. Or Forge Pickup. Then we'll come and check, when we drop this off, we'll see how far along our silage is. No, we didn't have too much in the bunker, but quantity doesn't matter. It takes one in-game day, or in-game 24 hours to ferment, whether you have 10 liters or a million liters, so. And while we're driving down there, let me tell you about a couple other content creators that I would ask you to go check out. You know, we're all small channels, so we're trying to help each other out, you know, get each other subscribers and all that. Ooh, did not like that. Alright, our silage is done. And there's so little that it didn't even open one end or the other. Yeah, I definitely need a trailer for this. How much did it say it had in it? 110 liters? 110,000? Okay, this is going to seem a little redundant, but I could just use this wagon to pick it up, but it doesn't remove the there we go. Somebody dropped off the front. Yeah, like I said, the forge wagon, I could just put the arms out and do it, but sorry, I have a sneeze stuck in my nose. But like I said, the windrower part of it won't pick up the tarp, so I found out that this will remove the tarp on my Arkansas 4X map. I knew it would pick it up, but I didn't know if it would remove the tarp. But I tried it and found out that it did, so that's how I'm doing it now. And one of my workers are done harvesting. It's probably going to be my oat field. I think that was smaller than the soybean field. So we'll get this picked up and then we'll go check that out. Yeah, as y'all can see, it did a terrible job at terraforming, so I had to fix the ground last episode. Yeah, it's our oats that are done. Our soybeans are not even half done yet, so let's go ahead and dang, we got more wool already. Let's go ahead and load this into the trailer, which this isn't enough to fill up our grain mill, that's for sure. The grain mill will hold 27,000 liters at a time. So we'll just park this right here for now. And we'll run over to our truck. And if y'all, ooh, I just took off a little of my crops. Hate when you do that. Normally I just play with crop destruction off, but I decided to play it with it on this gameplay, and I'm going to stick to it because basically because I don't normally do it, so I don't want to do it. But we do have enough to buy another plot of land. Actually, we have enough to buy several plots of land, but we got, oh yeah, we still got to check our corn, see how close that is to being ready to harvest. Now that the silage bunker is empty, we could chaff that corn out. And get the process of making silage again. Because that field is huge, but it doesn't give us as much silage as you would think, unfortunately. That looks like wheat in that field. I don't know what's in that field. Of course, we got sunflowers there. Speed bump. I need to smooth that out. We'll go ahead and park the trailer here. This way he can get ready for when either he gets full or when he is done. Alright, we're on 4 of 7. So we got 2 more months till that's ready to be turned into silage. So let's go ahead and run over to our well, I guess we'll use Vulture because it's hooked up. We'll dump this silage into the silo. I want to put that pickup over here because we got a lot of straw to pick up. And we might take some of the straw to the BGA to let it process that. And we need to see if we have enough materials to make some TMR. Because once we do, we could get some cows and start making milk and all that, manure, slurry, everything we need. I hate how low that pipe is. Well, I hate that it has a collision on it. It shouldn't have a collision whatsoever. Alright, so let's lower our arms, turn them on. And let's get to picking up some straw. And while we're doing that, I'm going to get a sip of my tea. Alright, we're having a little trouble on this hill, but we got it. Now downhill will definitely go a lot faster. Yeah, I think our BJ will hold 100,000 liters of straw, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it holds 100,000 liters of everything, honestly. Alright, so here we go. Looks like, well, I was gonna say it looks like we could go up one road and then down this one, but I think we'll be better off just going up and down normal, because we got that hill either way. I would like to upgrade our tractors soon too. Something with a little more oomph behind it to handle these hills. I mean, I honestly went with the Vulture because we were broke at the time. Same with the Case. Plus, I want something with a CVT transmission because I really don't like the power shift transmissions on this game. I mean, real life they're not as bad, but on this game, CVT is the only way to go, honestly. I mean, I could probably swap it over to manual shifting, but, you know, I don't know if that really would help. I've never done it on the game to manual shift. I've played games where you had manual shift before, but I honestly don't know if it would help with this. Alright, doesn't look like we're even going to get 100,000 off this field. Which makes sense because we only got, what, 13,000 liters of straw. So let's go ahead and turn that off so we're not wasting any power. Because it's definitely a power struggle here. Then we might be able to get most of this straw up before they're done. I'm glad these arms don't have a collision or cause crop destruction. Of course, I parked my tractor in the way too. Oopsies. Yeah, so I have a question for y'all. Whether y'all are watching live or if you watch this after the live's done. I'm thinking about doing some videos of like collectible locations on different maps. Something that's something y'all would be interested in, or no? Let me know in the comments. Like I say, either now or in the future. I guess it would have to be in the future because it looks like there's only one person in here right now, which is fine. Let's get out of the way of the harvester. I don't think the arms will affect them, but I know the tractor will. At least I don't think the arms will affect him. Oh, no. He's good. Of course, he's missing stuff. But you can't get good help these days. Alright, so let's try to go up this hill. Yeah, he'll definitely be done before we are. Yep, worker B has completed their task. Don't know how much he got, but I'm sure it's... My guess would be around the same amount of oats we got, because, like I said, soybeans aren't that high of a high yielding crop. That's why they pay a lot more. Yeah, the lower a crop pays, the higher the yield is. That's why, like, carrots, parsnips, and red beets are so low, because they actually give you a ton in yield. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out what we want to plant in these two fields also. I mean, eventually we will need soybeans when we do pigs. Well, we don't necessarily have to have soybeans, because you can use sunflowers or canola as a protein source. And honestly, when I do pigs, I'd rather have sunflowers as a protein source than soybeans. Just because soybeans, you get more money off of them. But that's just me. Alright, let's finish that tractor, and then we got 2 rows left here, and then we'll be done. Alright, I'm going to pull my headset off for a second, pull my pullover off because I'm getting a little warm, so give me a sec. Okay, I'm back on. Alright, so between the two fields we round up with 251,934 liters of straw. So let's go ahead and fold the arms up. And while doing that, we'll go ahead and empty this out. Well, we did better than I thought we would. 20,000 liters instead of 13. Definitely can't complain about that. And then in a couple months, or 3 months, we'll be able to sell it. So let's see, what do we want to plant? I need to create a small field to try onions out in. I mean, if we do pigs, we'll have to have corn. But we got a big cornfield that we're going to be using for silage until we get that. I guess we could do wheat in this field. Or no, we'll do oats in this field. And then I'm going to wait till this field's ready to harvest. And then I'm just going to combine these two. I think that'll probably be our best bet right there. And I'm going to park this harvester over on this pad. And then we'll hop over to our tractor with the trailer and dump that into the silo. Then we'll come back for the Valtra and empty it out into the silo. Which I think I left the Valtra running, so oopsies. It's okay. I mean, honestly, we're probably going to be trading it in soon for a bigger tractor, so I don't think it'll hurt anything. Now, I think we have soybeans in here already. Yeah, we do. Or no, we didn't. Never mind. We need to see when our rye and or what all is sellable in March. Honey, well, we could do that. Noodle soup, yeah. Pig food. Where do we have pig food at? Huh. Alright, we got some wood in the sawmill apparently. Tomatoes and wood beans. So, really nothing, honestly. So let's go ahead and hop over to our Valtra and bring it to the silo. Which, how much straw do we have in the silo? Oh, 1 million liters. Okay. I think we're not going to take it to the silo. We'll dump what we can into the BGA, and then we'll hop over to the animal dealer and sell the rest. And then I want to trade this thing, this tractor in at the dealership and get a new one. Of course, we'll check used sales first, which we can do that once we are out of danger of driving over our crops and destroying them. Alright, so let's check used sales. Nah, nothing we need. But I think I do want a, I don't know if I have it installed. Steiger. I do not have it installed. And let's just, no. I should be ashamed of myself not having it installed. I mentioned it last stream and forgot. So let's go ahead and pull up to the BGA. No spare capacity for straw. Did I not activate it last time? This one doesn't take straw. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just take it to the animal dealership and sell it there. Yeah, that's one problem with having multiple series, remembering what's what. Yeah, the one on Whitcomb Park takes straw. Uh, well, this says it takes it. Huh. That's weird. Oh well. Let's tag this so we know exactly where we gotta take it, because I don't think I ever sold to the animal dealer yet. And it looks like I'm probably should have to back in. Yeah. We're not going to get much off this. Maybe, what, a couple thousand? I think. 32,000, a lot more than I thought. So let's come over to the shop and sell the Vultra and decide what we want next. Drop the trailer. This we will have to repair a little bit. So we'll paint it for 11,000 and we'll repair it for 1,800. So we're going to get 63,000 off of it. Alright, so let's see what tractor we want to get. My main thing is a CVT transmission. Front and rear 3-points. I think this is the one we want. Yeah. Well, is that the one that we can put the light bar on? Nope. Yeah. We don't have the one I really wanted. But I'll be sure to put it in next time. We don't have Mini Cotas either. I don't like Nero twins. I like Neros. We'll go with standard. Yeah, I prefer the clear beacons. No accessories. And let's go ahead and make our Deep South color. Actually, exterior trim. Let's go with the black for that. I don't really like that. Interior trim, we'll leave it like it is. Seat color, the color, black seat for when we spill our coffee. Rim colors, we'll go jet black. And we're going to go with no plate. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be $278. And now we have a tractor with some power. And more importantly, a CVT transmission. And it'll do 45 instead of 26, which is also nice. So let's go ahead and take this back down here. And I think we need to go ahead and plant, which means we'll actually put the wagon up for once, since we got to come over here to grab our planter anyways. If I could drive straight, that is. And let's drop this off. And I think we got back. Ooh, boinky. I think we got back in from this way. Yeah, I can't drive today. Or any day. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how I got a license. But, well, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I did go to Dust Bunny's driving school, so still waiting on the certificate in the mail, but I am a graduate of it. Let's try this again. How much food do we have in the chickens? You see, they eat 5,000 or 6,000 basically a month, so about 6-7 months. Yeah, about 7 months. So let's go ahead and plant some sorghum. We'll unfold that. And we'll give it a little start so the AI doesn't act stupid. And then let's take our case. Well, is my seeder down here or up there? Oh yeah, now I remember I planted taters. Oh boy, that's going to be fun when it comes time for that. Yeah, I think my seeder's up here. Yeah, I'm hoping I filled it up before I put it up. But honestly, knowing me, I didn't. So there's that. I think I finished putting the gravel and everything around this shed, or both these sheds. Alright, so let's go ahead and you know what, we'll go ahead and plant oats there where we harvested the soybeans, because we need oats for our flour. I mean, I know we could use wheat or barley, but like I said earlier, oats give us the best conversion from grain to flour. then when our chickens start producing eggs again, we'll take them so they can make noodle soup. So you go do your thing, brother. And then let's look at our overview. Alright, everything is fertilized except for the potatoes. And then this scheme fertilized as they plant. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab this tractor. I guess I left it running. We need to pull it up to our shed over here. And we're going to have to hopefully be able to change the tire configuration so we can fertilize that potato field. We'll go over here and do it. Any bay could do it, but the quickest way between 2 points is a straight line, so let's go ahead and find the cloth. Let's customize it. Narrow tires. Okay. So that cost us $1,000 to put narrow tires on there. What you think about it is pretty cheap for 4 tires. I mean, nowadays you're paying like $300-400 for per truck tire for a passenger truck or a small truck. So I don't think that's too bad. Alright, and I think we got back to this one. Or we could just run over it. You know, whichever works. Alright, well, we got 900 liters of fertilizer in it, so we need to refill that. It's a good thing we got a ton of fertilizer over here. I should get us the SkyAg one. I actually like that the SkyAg DLC. It's one of the few ones that I've actually liked, honestly. I mean, the Highlands fishing one, I like fishing on the game, but they had so many problems with the map, it's not funny. And I don't know how the new map's going to work out. It'll be interesting to see how many problems they have with it when we start. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way of the field. And I know if I put it up properly, I wouldn't have that problem. But that's part of it. Alright, so let's look at this again. Actually, I gotta do something on the YouTube screen. Alright, there we go. Make sure everybody's doing good. Okay, there we go. Then we'll come up here and let's go ahead and get us a steering assist. We'll turn it on. Go ahead and enable fast farming because that's what we do. And we'll go ahead and put our fertilized overlay on. I'm about to say our tire's almost running the space in between the plants, but not quite. Yeah, I know you can do tram lines to not worry about having to swap to narrow tires. But if I'm to be completely honest, I hate tram lines because I've seen it to where it puts tram lines through half the field and then stops. And then meets up with another one at 90-degree angle, and there's no way you can turn like that. Now, I've never really paid attention to tram lines in real life. I've flown over the Midwest a couple times, and I can see the fields, but I can't really make out details. Except for like the ones that you can tell that they got that watering system, that sprinkler system that goes in the circle. That one's easy to see. Yeah, I don't know why my tire marks only or not fertilizing. Let's see if I come through here and that'll erase the tire marks. It will. Huh, okay. That's good to know. I mean, I'm not going to do that for every field, but it's still good to know. Alright, and since we're no longer keeping the planters down here, we can go ahead and park this in the shed. And then our sorghum field's done being planted. So let's go ahead and fold that. And we'll drop it off. Yeah, I think pretty soon we'll be upgrading our other case. I mean, we might actually go to a bigger case, or we might go to a Claas, because honestly, lately I've been enjoying Claases. Don't get me wrong, I use case all the time. If any of y'all watch my videos for any length of time, y'all know that I like case. So let's go ahead and drop that off there. Oops. And we'll put this in the corner. There we go. And how's our cedar doing? We need to look into getting a bigger cedar, honestly. That's right, we already looked at U cells. Cedar. Let's see, that one's 8 meters wide. That's 12, and that's 12. That will seed and fertilize. That's 15. Same horsepower requirement. Six, 7. No, I haven't used the these yet, but I think I don't know about these. 3, 4, 6. Nah. And this one's only 6. I mean, we could go with this one. It'll take most of our money, but we'll decide on that later. But since we're here, let's go ahead and grab our truck again and haul off the wool that's spawned so we don't run out of space when we sleep tonight. Plus I like driving the truck. I like ramping it too, honestly. Yeah, normally I get the Chevrolet version, well, the Lizard version of the Chevrolet. But to be different, I got this one, which I like how it does the interior. I wish it put like a little fake map on there instead of just having a radio station listing. But honestly, I don't know how hard that would be to do. But it would be cool if it was able to read the PDA for the map you're on and superimposed it down on that. But like I said, I'm not a programmer. I don't know how easy or hard that would be. I got a lot of respect for people who make mods, because I know I'm dyslexic. It would be really hard for me. Plus, I don't think I would have the patience. I mean, back when I was in like 5th or 6th or 7th grade, maybe, you know, we did basic programming, but that was under, I think it was DOS programming. So if y'all don't know what DOS is, it's very, very old programming. See, that was probably late 80s, early 90s. I remember when my buddies bought, it was some new Windows program, I forget which one, but he waited in line at, I think it was Best Buy, for like 3-4 hours to get it. And then I was chilling over there at the time when he got home, or I went over there. He was like, I gotta install this program. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, it had like 10 or 12 3.5-inch floppy disks. Yeah, computers have come a long way since then. Now I do not know where I'm going. I was going to go to that tractor. How much horsepower does this case have? 261. Alright, and our new tractor has 530. So let's just look at the case tractor, see what we can get. Let's see, if we get a Magnum, we could go 374 to 435, which wouldn't be too bad. I definitely don't want a Steiger because I love having a front 3-point, which will leave out the versatiles. And then this is Carl's Farm of the Case Magnum, which has a couple different options. I mean, honestly, the Axions are a better price. But I did use both of these on my Island Preservation Challenge, so I think we'll stay away from those. And we'll probably go with the Case Magnum when we upgrade the 7200. I mean, we're not that far from getting this field done. So, yeah. We'll let him do his thing. Let's see, our sunflower field is 3 months from being ready. 4 months. Our potatoes is probably going to take a while because we just planned them last episode. Yep, 6 more months. Our canola has 4 more months. Our grass field has 1 month. And our corn has what? 3 months, I think I said earlier? 2 months. What was blue right there? Huh. We could... You know what? I'm going to do it. Let's go ahead and get our store delivery mod active. And let's come down to forestry and let's get us a tree harvester. I don't want a Giants one. Let's see, this will do up to 70. That'll do 75. Let's go ahead and get this one. Don't need that. Extra lights, yeah, we'll take those. Position lights, nah. Road equipment, don't need that. We'll go with single extension. Alright, and let's go ahead and lease this. And then let's do some logging. I think I'd rather do it this way than the I gotta remember how to do tilt cab. There we go. So let's go ahead and get as close to the tree as we can and bring it down. Just cut it. And you know what? We'll just go ahead and do it right here. We should have enough space to get the trailer by here. And we need to see what our cut length is. 5 meters. You know, that'll work. So let's go ahead and make them 5 meters. Because we got that wood trailer. Just sitting there gathering dust, so we might as well use it. And I don't think we have any non-tree harvester trees here. I think all these pines and stuff, so we can go ahead and just do those. Okay, why won't you want to cut? Because I'm not on the tree. That's a good reason. There we go. Let's bring that tree over. And it ain't gotta be perfect because we use universal auto load, so there's no need to be perfect. I wish they did have extra views on this. wrong way. Looks like our worker's going to be done soon. I don't know how many trees we could hold on that trailer. It's been forever since I've used it. But we do need to clear out some more space. And then, oops, there we go. What we caught on. Alright, our worker's done. Let's go ahead and just trim this so it's not pulling us over. And we're just going to keep this overnight. It'd be more money if we were to return it and then lease it again. So let's go and turn it off. Whoops, wrong button. And then let's run over to our tractor. Figure he'd be at the other end of the field. We'll go fill this up, put it up, and then we'll haul some logs over to the sawmill, and then we'll go to sleep for the night. I don't think anything's going to be ready to harvest tomorrow, so we'll have plenty of time to log and then sleep again. Yeah, logging is one of those things that, at least that I've seen with content creators, either they love it or they hate it. I don't mind it as long as I'm not having to do base game stuff. I mean, even if I didn't have universal auto load, logging wouldn't be that bad because there are mods I can use that make it a little easier. Now, don't get me wrong, I love universal auto load for logging. So let's get everything loaded up. Alright. Don't know why I did that because I plan on selling this anyways. But we can unload it if we go to sell it. Then we need to go to this shed. Since we don't have a harvester in the way, we could just pull through. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll see if we can hold that many trees in our trailer at one time. I'm hoping so, but we'll see. Like I said, we'll take one load, let it do its thing, and then we got the animal stuff to take care of tomorrow, and that's about it. And logging. We might set a worker on mowing that grass though. Let's go and unfold the trailer. Oh, it was unfolded. Thought there was a way to extend that out. Nope, that tilts it. There it goes. And I opened my door. Yeah, clearing some of these trees will give us a better route over here around this field. So let's go ahead and see what it will do. That's all it will do. Okay. I think it has a lot more room on it. Oops. I'm glad nothing's grown on this field yet, so I can drive on it to make this wide turn. I guess that's all it's going to let me load. So let's haul these up to the sawmill, unload them, and then get the rest. Because this ain't much at all, honestly. This won't even be enough to even last half the night. I guess eventually we do need to get a bigger trailer, because we are going to own all the land, so we're going to have a ton of trees to worry about. Go ahead and get rid of the help menu. And I'll get me a sip of my tea. But yeah, I honestly figured that it'd get a lot better load than what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 logs. But I guess I was wrong. Won't be the first time, surely won't be the last. Alright, and I think we load the logs right here. Yep. How much did that put in there? 4,000 liters. Yeah. That definitely is not much. I might go ahead and buy a bigger trailer. Because, yeah. Yeah, tomorrow we'll probably buy a bigger trailer. And then we need to seriously save up for our cow barn, which is going to cost us about $750,000. Because I want to get the one with the feeding robot. Don't know why, I just do. And then we'll be able to haul more. Can't wait till we can silage harvest that corn, because I want to see if that bunker will hold all of it, since we have those other two that didn't. I'm very curious to see. Alright, let's go ahead and... Okay, this is making me mad, so we're going to manually load them. So that should hold them. I mean, look at all that space in there. And it's probably the trailer, not the mod. So just to make it easier for us, this time I'm going to load it by hand. That's one thing I love, is having super strength. Not necessarily the lumberjack mod, but I do love super strength. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and throw the straps on, and let's go ahead and whoops, get rid of the store delivery point, because those tree harvesters aren't fast at all. So just to save us some time and boredom for y'all watching me drive at 6 miles per hour from the store, I did that. And for those y'all who haven't seen store delivery mod before, it charges you like 2.5% of the sell price as a delivery fee. So you can look at it as a little cheaty, but you can also look at it as, since you're paying 2.5%, that negates it. I've heard the argument both ways. I'm more of the, the 2.5% charge is more than I would be paying. So it's basically like buying it and then hiring a worker to bring it to you. It'd be nice if y'all console people could have that, but unfortunately it's a PC only mod. Now let's go ahead and turn the straps off. And how much we got in there now? 9,000. So let's just go ahead and turn beams on. We should give us solid wood chips, yeah. And we'll let that do its thing. We'll go ahead and jump that hill. And we'll sell the trailer. Hopefully that's still in the trigger to sell. And I'm not worried about repairing or painting. So let's go ahead and buy us another one. That's what we had. We don't want that. Let's see, that's 4.2 tons. That's 3.3. So let's go ahead and get this one. 2 by 3 meters. 3 by 2.5. So that's 7.5 meters. That one's 6 meters. That one's 8. Let's do the the 2 by 3. We'll set up, don't care about, don't care, mud flaps, don't care. Now let's buy it like it is. Alright, and like I said, we will deliver those to the sawmill, and then we'll go sleep. So let's go sleep for the night, and I'll see y'all in April. Alright, it's April, and let's run over here and make sure we don't get the warning that it's too full. Alright, let's check on our fields. Grass is ready, and that's it, which is what we expected. So let's go ahead and take our wool to grannies. And next month we'll be ready to sell the clothes. So let's go ahead and crash. And we're not going to get a good one here. Nope. Oh well. I got overzealous. Ooh, look at the eggs. So we need to take the eggs and the wool to the places they need to go. Got a good bit of eggs now. Alright, we're not using eggs in the bakery yet because we haven't gotten any milk. So we can't make cakes until we get a dairy going. So we'll drop the eggs off at the preserved food factory. And once we get there, we'll look to see how our sawmill did overnight. I mean, I'm probably pretty sure it ran out of product. Whoops. Got a little too move happy. Alright, we are full of eggs in the preserved food factory. So we can go by the bakery and see if they want any. But we need to drop our wool off at Granny's first. Oh, she's almost full. Let's go ahead and make that a little higher. Oh, wool. No, that's not what I wanted to do. We'll up the productivity since it's getting full to 200. Then the grain, now I want the bakery. Okay, the bakery is full of eggs also. They're out of flour. Grain mill is out of barley. So let's go ahead and deactivate that, and we need to bring some oats up here to make some oat flour. Oh, we have oats in here. So let's activate that. Preserved Food Factory, do they have flour? They do. They got 13,000 liters. So let's go ahead and run these eggs to the sell point real quick. And then we'll park this, grab our case, I think that's what we have up here, and that wood trailer, and then we'll do some logging. That turn isn't the best for us, honestly. Not taking them now? Alright, they're stuck. Sometimes this game can be very aggravating. There we go. Alright, we're up to 265,000. And I didn't look at the sawmill to see where it was at. Yeah, it's out of wood, so let's go ahead and turn this off. And we got 4 pallets spawned. Not bad. Not good, but not bad. Actually, before we start go get that trailer, let's go ahead and get some wood cut down for us to pick up, because right now it's pointless to bring the trailer down. I could have swore I turned that off, but I guess not. Bring it all the way down. Let's try to drag it this way. Don't drive into the corn. We'll put it on this side so we have room to trees doesn't destroy corn. That's good to know. I'm struggling here. It's not ideal how I'm doing this, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And eventually we will buy us a tree harvester and get rid of the trees prior to us putting a field in. I wonder if I could do it from this view. I think so. Yeah, I'd rather go parallel with the field than perpendicular to it. But I messed the other one up, so let's go ahead and go get our next one. There's actually a good bit of trees here. I think I got stuck on a stump back there. There we go. Get off that. There you go. Come up. I mean, yeah, I kind of find logging relaxing, honestly. I mean, I'm not good enough to where I can take a tree, put this head over the trailer, and you know, drop it straight into the trailer. I've seen people do that. But that's not me, at least not yet. Maybe in 10-15 years, I'll be that good. wonder if I go this way, it'd be easier for me. No. That's gonna hit us, ain't it? Yep. So let's go ahead and push that out some. This way it's not hitting us. I would like to get at least 40 to 50,000 liters into the sawmill today, because I think that's what we need to make a decent profit in logging, honestly. Okay, got it logging our way. I think we'll try 2 more trees and then bring the trailer over here and see. Is it gonna let me cut this tree? Nope. What's the problem here? I think these trees are too close together is what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Those trees are too close together. What if I try going up higher on it? I mean, it's highlighting it, so I should be able to get on it. Oh well. Guess not. But it's okay, because we are more concerned about getting around this field anyway, so let's lower this down. Let's go ahead and back up. We'll skirt the cornfield so we can get that log placed where we want it. You know, I should have swapped this to 6 meters. Oh well, hindsight's 20/20. So let's go ahead and you know, I think that might be good enough for a load. We don't really know how much that trailer will hold, so let's go ahead and hop over to our case. Yeah. Come on. And we got a swivel axle trailer. Joy. I mean, it's kind of good in a way because it does turn better. You just can't back it up. So there's that. I guess I should get the fast tractor to do this. That makes sense. But, you know, I mean, honestly, I could use easy dev tools just to hop from place to place in the map, but honestly, with crop destruction on, it's not like a pinpoint area you set something down at, so I could lay in the middle of the field and destroy my crops. So we won't be doing that. Let's go around the forage harvester. And we'll skirt this field. And then let's see what it'll do. I do believe it picked them all up. Sweet. That's what I was wanting. It's nice when a plan comes together. Very nice. Oh, what was that? What movie was that from? Oh yeah, A-Team. Well, movie and series. I didn't really watch the series though. I mean, I knew about it when I was growing up, but I never watched it. But the newer movie, I did enjoy. And it looks like we got some rain in the forecast. Which we're not harvesting today, so that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we definitely need to upgrade this tractor. I mean, it's actually handling the hill pretty nice, but I still want something bigger. You know, like Tim Toolman Taylor said, more power. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, so let's see how much that put in there. 10,000 liters. So let's go ahead and get the wood beam started going again. Let's see, 240 cycles per month at 400 liters of wood. So yeah, we probably need at least another 2 more loads to have it last another day. At least. So let's go ahead and drop this trailer off by the shed down here where our new tractor is, and we'll use it to haul the wood. It might do us a little bit better. Plus I need to check, make sure I know chickens got enough food. Ooh, our sheep need food though. So we'll drop this off here. And let's go ahead and get some food for our sheep so we can have wool tomorrow. I think we have regular grass in here. Hey, we finally got a full pallet of honey. Yes, we got grass. I mean, I'm almost tempted to put a lazy distributor down since I don't have a production that takes grass. We don't have to worry about distributing to that, and we'll just distribute to the sheep as needed. Because I think, actually, I can't remember how much this sheep pen holds. 65 should be enough for now, at least. It doesn't say how much it holds. I know they need 244,000 a year. Okay, it only holds 30,000. Dang. So they basically got a month and a half of capacity in there. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. No, not cows. There we go. We need to put that right here. I know it overlaps. I want it to. So let's put that down. And then we need to go to, I think it's under silos, or can't remember where it's at, if it's under silos or factories. I got too many mods installed. I wish there was a search function. This won't work. Nope. Let's not try to do that. We'll put it right here. And I'm hitting my water tank. Then we'll go ahead and put more grass into this trailer. Which, I don't know how much this trailer holds, honestly. Kind of surprised it's this high already. Not complaining, just surprised. Alright. Apparently it holds over 83,000, so let's go ahead and dump our grass, and we'll distribute that. And I think we got to put this on distributing to pop it out. Alright, there we go. We'll go ahead and just put this here for now. And we'll go to our tree harvester. I love this forestry pie chart. I thought I keep turning that off, but every time I come back to it, it's on. There we go. Well, maybe I'm just closing the cutting head and hitting the wrong thing. Whoops. Let's go ahead and just pile them up right here. Bring it around. Chop it down. Alright. Let's bring that back around. Oops. Let me know in the comments if y'all don't mind watching logging, or if you think that's something I should do off camera. Just cut them and leave them there so we can pick up while doing the live stream. Because honestly, I don't mind doing it off camera or on camera. Get these cut. There we go. Yeah, we should have plenty of room to get in here with the tractor now, where those are at. So I'm not too worried about crop damage. Whoops. There we go. And I'm glad it doesn't hurt your crops to drop a tree on them. That would be bad if it did. So let's go ahead and cut this. Yeah, for those of you who are on console, who hate doing like the grapples and stuff for logging, I'll show y'all how to get around it. Nope. Where was it at? We can I don't know if I have it installed. And we'll get all the listables. Nope, I didn't install it into this playthrough. But there is a device called Liftwood. Whoops. That it has a tension strap. You can put on a front loader or a skid steer or a telehandler, which is what I normally do, and it'll pick up the wood up and load it into your trailer for you. I used that a lot when I was doing my Wampsville, New York playthrough. Of course, I did a lot of that work off camera, and because of the update that I accidentally downloaded when the update came out for it, I didn't get many episodes on it. But when I was on Xbox before I started doing YouTube and playing on a computer, I used the crap out of that mod. It makes it so easy. Just want to make sure you have a something that will lift it high enough if you have a taller trailer to get over the rings or the poles. I'm not a logger, so I don't know the proper terms. But you know, the upright poles on the log trailer. Well, make sure you get over that. And it does help out so much with logging on console. If I think about it, next episode I'll install that and I'll actually use it on this gameplay, so to show y'all. Pair it with this, or not necessarily this harvester, but a tree harvester. So all your logs are the same length and roughly stacked halfway neat. It's your best friend that way. But yeah, like I said, I'll try to remember to install it next episode, which will be next Sunday, just so y'all can see it. I mean, I've done gameplays where I've done the base game, this for a contract using the crane, and I know how big of a pain it can be. A lot of people don't like logging because of that. And the only aspect of logging I really don't like is doing deadwood contracts. They always seem to take longer than they should. I'm going to try to see how much we can push that trailer to carry. I think that's about what we had last time. Could be wrong, but I think that is. And I'm gonna get rid of all these stumps off camera. Whoops. Actually, I'm going to use Easy Dev Tools to remove the stumps, because I don't like stump grinding either. Which, if y'all are on PC and never use Easy Dev Tools, I do have a brief synopsis video. Well, I won't say brief, the video takes about 30 minutes, but it's a quick overview on what you can do with Easy Dev Tools. I love Easy Dev Tools, mainly because I don't have to go into the command prompt menu, remember what's what and all that. I can just bring it up and do what I need to do by clicking a button. So, say like here, I think it's this one. I go here, click that, and then all my stumps are removed. Instead of hitting, I can't remember what the key is to get all that. Whoops. Well, writing that'll show up all across the screen about halfway, and you gotta type in the command prompt and all that crap. I can never remember those commands and stuff, so I like Easy Dev Tools. Plus, you know, I could turn off the HUD, turn on Super Strength, Fly. You know, different things that make it easier for me to make thumbnails for YouTube. We're getting a pretty good pile now. It's an ugly pile, but it's a pile. Right, so let's go ahead and chop, chop, chop. I think that's gonna be good enough for a load. Okay, I made sure I turned it off. Now, which tractor do I have in the shed right here? Let's go ahead. Oh, we did have it dropped. This isn't the one I wanted. Let's go to our large tractor. That's the one I want. The one that'll do 45 miles per hour. Great demand at Chippenwood Sawmill. Well, that doesn't do me no good because I own it. I can't sell stuff there. I wish Farm Sim brakes worked better. I need to go into the build menu, see if I could place those weeping willows. 'Cause I like those trees. Now, I don't think I've ever seen them on any other map. Ooh, lucky the trailer didn't damage our crops. Sometimes speed kills you on this game. Alright, and it's raining now. Is that all we're gonna get? Oh well. Yeah, I always find that funny. Wipers are going, blue skies out. And it will penalize you for harvesting. Which is kind of messed up, honestly. If there's no rain clouds, why is it raining? But I digress. I could spend quite a long time saying what's wrong with Farm Sim. But instead, let's choose to enjoy it and play it. So I'm hoping this is another 10,000 liters of wood. Let's see, we got 4,000. Ooh. It's going through wood a lot faster than I thought it was. Because we just put 10,000 in there. Yeah, that was 10,000-ish. Which, that's not good if it chews through almost all of it while we're cutting down the logs. That's not good at all, honestly. But you know what? I think I'm going to end the stream here. We've been going for about 2 hours. And we got a lot accomplished. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sleep and end the stream. And then I'll see y'all next week. For those of you who joined, thank you for joining. If you're watching after the stream, feel free to join us next week or next Sunday. I won't know if y'all be watching this when y'all be watching this, so I do this every Sunday around 2 o'clock, except for on weekends I have drill because I'm working that weekend, so I can't jump on. And if you're watching this and you liked it, be sure to, throw in a like, and if you like this, feel free to subscribe, comment, and all that. And I thank you